Hello children, let me welcome you to the virtual training center of the Brihan Mumbai Mahanagar Palika. My name is Shraddha teacher. Children, we are in the middle of the COVID-19 pandemic, isn't it? Because of that, we are not able to go to school, but that doesn't mean that we are going to stop learning. We are going to meet here regularly through the virtual training center to learn many lessons in EVS. So come on, let's go to a lesson in EVS. Children, let us continue with the lesson that we were doing last time in Standard 4th EVS 2. And as you can see from the image on this page, you can see Shivaji Maharaj getting out of a basket. Okay, so do you remember the lesson that we were doing last time? We were doing lesson number 13. Shivaji gives the slip to the emperor. And we talked about how Shivaji Maharaj was imprisoned by Aurangzeb. Okay, he had a son also with him, and how they were both imprisoned and they were not allowed to leave the house. They were kept under house arrest. But in spite of all this, Shivaji Maharaj managed to give the slip. Giving the slip means escaping from the clutches of the Mughal Emperor Aurangzeb. And we are going to do part 2 of this lesson today. The first part we did it last time, remember? So come on, let us start by taking a quick recap of what we learned last time. So in the previous lesson, children, we talked about how the Treaty of Purandar was signed, and we also talked about how Jai Singh persuaded Shivaji Maharaj to sign the Treaty of Peace with the Emperor. And as a part of this treaty, they had to give 23 forts and also a revenue of 4 lakh gold coins to the emperor. And after all this, we also saw that Jai Singh, Mirza Raje Jai Singh, he persuaded Shivaji Maharaj to visit the emperor. Now this was like walking into the traitor's den, because Shivaji Maharaj already had an experience with accepting the invitation of Afzal Khan, and Afzal Khan had also tried to kill him. Alright, but in spite of everything, Shivaji Maharaj decided that he is going to accept the invitation extended by Mirza Raje Jai Singh. And thus, he left from Maharashtra to reach Agra. He also carried with him a large treasure. So there was a lot of gold, and there were a lot of gifts for the emperor, which Shivaji Maharaj carried with him. And in due course, he reached Agra. So you can see the route via which Shivaji Maharaj went from Maharashtra to meet the Mughal Emperor at Agra on the insistence of Mirza Raje Jai Singh. Okay, so this was a story that we saw in the previous part of the lesson. We also saw that when Shivaji Maharaj reached Agra, there was a celebration going on. That is, it was Aurangzeb's 50th birthday. And what did Aurangzeb do? He insulted Shivaji Maharaj on purpose. He put Shivaji Maharaj in one of the back rows. Okay, now he is also a king, and you can see that Shivaji Maharaj is placed, he was given a sitting arrangement, or he was given a place to sit which was very far away from where the other important guests were sitting. And Shivaji Maharaj became very, very angry. Can you see the expression on his face, children? He is now very angry that Aurangzeb had insulted him. See, where is Aurangzeb sitting? On the throne, and you can see a lot of people, and then finally you can see Shivaji Maharaj there sitting in the corner. And he became very angry, alright, because he felt very insulted, and he decided never to see the emperor's face again. So the visit, which was somehow he had agreed to visit the Mughal emperor so that there would be a little peace in the region, but the visit was a failure. And the news of this incident spread everywhere. That is, people who were living in Maharashtra also came to know about this. People who were living in Agra also came to know about this, that Aurangzeb invited the king and he insulted him. Okay, now Shivaji Maharaj left from there in a huff, and he went and stayed in the place where he was staying in Agra. Now what happened? Aurangzeb, he ordered guards to be posted around Shivaji's residence. So Aurangzeb, in a way, trapped Shivaji. Just like Afzal Khan also cheated Shivaji, in the same way now Aurangzeb also cheated Shivaji. What did he do? He ordered guards to be posted around Shivaji's residence all the time. So what would these guards do? They would keep an eye on Shivaji, and they would see to it that Shivaji Maharaj would never ever leave that place. So it was a kind of treachery. Treachery means what? Cheating someone. Okay, stabbing someone in the back is called as treachery. So now Aurangzeb, he ordered those guards to be posted around Shivaji's residence. Now Shivaji Maharaj also had his son along with him, Sambhaji Raje. So Shivaji Maharaj and Sambhaji Raje thus became, for all practical purposes, the emperor's prisoners. They were not in jail, remember, but even then they were in such a place that they could not come out of there, nor could anyone else go in to meet them, and Shivaji could not do anything now to go back to Maharashtra. Now the emperor was very happy, but at the same time Shivaji was very, very saddened by these events, and he started thinking about how he could somehow escape from the clutches. And the only persons who were left with him were whom? Only Sambhaji Raje and his two servants, that is Hiroji Farjand and Madari Mehtar. So these were the only people who were there with Shivaji Maharaj, only 4 people. Why? Because Shivaji had sought permission from the emperor to send back all the people who had come with him, because he wanted all of them to be safe. So he requested the emperor that he give him permission to send back all the other soldiers and all the other sardars who were there with him. The emperor was actually very happy at that time, because he said now it is very better for him, because Shivaji now is isolated. There are just 4 people with him. Now he will never think of escaping. But Shivaji had other plans in his mind. Alright. So soon after, Shivaji Maharaj pretended to be ill. He acted as if he is not feeling well. He complained of severe pain in the stomach. So you can see there Shivaji Maharaj lying on the bed, covered. He has covered himself with a sheet, and there is a son standing next to him, and his 2 servants, Hiroji Farjand and Madari Mehtar. Okay, and now he started telling the emperor that I am not well. And there were doctors who were called in, and doctors started examining Shivaji, but he was only pretending, isn't it? So there was actually nothing wrong with him, but he kept on saying that I'm not well, I'm not well. And then what did he do? Shivaji started sending out huge baskets of sweets to sadhus and Maulavis for his quick recovery. Alright, now who are the sadhus? Sadhus are the people who are these kind of monks, or they are, you can say, people who have taken, who have gone away from normal life. Okay, a sadhu doesn't have anything to do with family, he doesn't have anything to do with friends, they just keep worshipping God. And Maulavis are the sadhus for the Muslims. Okay, so Shivaji started sending out huge baskets of sweets. Why did he do that? So that he would get blessed by the sadhus and the Maulavis. This was only a plan which he was hatching in order to escape from Agra. So come on, now let us see how Shivaji Maharaj actually escaped from Agra. So the sweets which were sent to the sadhus and Maulavis for his quick recovery, can you see here? See, he's sending baskets full of sweets to sadhus, and they see how they are carrying, how the servants are carrying the sweets out, and they were going and giving it to the various priests, the sadhus, the Maulavis, so that they would bless Shivaji Maharaj and he would be cured of the illness that he doesn't actually have. This is just a plan so that he can run away or he can escape from Agra. Okay, now in the beginning, the guards would examine the basket. So can you see there? There's a basket which is being carried, and the guard is asking that person to stop. Okay, and then they have kept the basket down on the floor, and you will see that the guards are examining the baskets. They are trying to see whether there is nothing like weapons or something being taken in and sent out. All right. Now they would never have dreamt that Shivaji Maharaj is trying to escape through one of these baskets. So in the beginning, the guards would examine all the baskets. They were very careful in the beginning. And then for some time when nothing was found, they slowly started getting
relaxed. And Shivaji was waiting for this chance, isn't it? One day what happened is, one evening Shivaji made Hiroji sleep in his bed. Shivaji used to sleep covered. So you can see here Hiroji is also sleeping fully covered. Alright. And then what he did? He asked Madari to massage his feet. So from outside, if someone is looking, it would feel like Shivaji is sleeping and his servant is massaging his feet. Okay. And then what did he do? Then Shivaji Maharaj and Sambhaji Raje, they hid themselves in two of the many baskets that were going out. So there were many baskets being sent out daily. So in two of the baskets, very quickly, Shivaji Maharaj and Sambhaji Raje, they hid themselves and they covered the basket. And they sat quietly inside the basket without making any kind of sound. And then what happened? At the previously fixed place, they carried the basket out. The servants of Shivaji, they carried the baskets out, and there were guards waiting at the gate. But like I told you, they got relaxed after some time. They realized that there is nothing wrong going on here, so they did not check all the baskets. And then Shivaji Maharaj took advantage of the situation and he escaped. He and Sambhaji escaped. At a previously fixed place, Shivaji Maharaj and Sambhaji Raje, both of them, they got out of the basket. Can you see them getting out of the basket? Okay. And they went far away from the palace, okay, far away from the place where they were staying, so that no one would know that they have escaped. And they got out of the baskets, okay, and their faithful servants were waiting for them with horses ready. So you can see there, they got out of the baskets and their servants were there already, because this plan, it was properly well planned by Shivaji. And they had a horse for Shivaji as well as a horse for Sambhaji. But Shivaji did not take Sambhaji with him at that time. Okay. But they went from there. They left from that place. They went elsewhere. Now, there were two people who were stuck inside the house. One was Hiroji, who acted like Shivaji, and the other was Madari, who was massaging Shivaji's feet. So what did these two people do? Hiroji and Madari left the house under the pretext that they were going to the doctor to get some medicine. Alright, so they said, we want to go, Shivaji is again not well, we want to go and get some medicines from the doctor. And both of these people, they also escaped from there. Okay, and the two of them had risked their life and made valuable contribution to the task of freeing Maharaj from imprisonment. Imagine if the soldiers would have walked in and checked, they would have realized that Shivaji is not there anymore, and they would have killed these two people. So what did they do? They had risked their own life, and they had made such a valuable contribution to the task of freeing Shivaji Maharaj and also the task of achievement of Swaraj. If Shivaji Maharaj were always in prison, then what would have happened? Swaraj would have been a dream for the people. But that dream was realized because of the contribution and sacrifice made by these two people. Okay, the two servants, that is Hiroji Farjand and Madari Mehtar. Then what happened? Very soon, the emperor came to know of Shivaji's escape. He must have, of course, got very, very angry, isn't it? So he was wild with rage. Wild with rage means he was very, very angry. And he got so fed up and he was so upset with his servants that the Sardars were now frightened. The Sardars were frightened that one, Aurangzeb would kill them, and two, the Sardars were now frightened that Shivaji Maharaj will start creating trouble again for them. So Aurangzeb was very, very angry, and what did he do? He sent spies all over the country to trace Shivaji. Spies means people who are called jasus in Hindi. Okay, he sent these spies all over the country to see where Shivaji Maharaj had gone. But was he successful in tracing Shivaji Maharaj? No, he was not. Once he escaped, the Maratha lion was never caught in the emperor's net again. So now after he was cheated twice, thrice, once by Afzal Khan, then by Aurangzeb, he realized that the Mughals would continue cheating him and they would continue to betray him. So he was never ever caught in the net of the emperor again. He decided that he is never going to believe these people again. Okay, he left young Sambhaji Raje behind in a safe place at Mathura. So very close to Agra, there is this place called Mathura. So he left Sambhaji Raje there, and in due course means gradually, eventually after some time, he reached Rajgarh. So you can see the fort of Rajgarh here. So Shivaji Maharaj went alone so that he does not risk his son's life. And after some days, what happened? He called Sambhaji to him. But in the meantime, Jijamata was overjoyed to see Shivaji safe and back home. She was very happy that her son had come back home. Now, after some days, when everything else was settled, 2 months later, Sambhaji Raje also arrived safely at Rajgarh. 2, 3. And when did all this happen? All this happened in the afternoon of the 19th of August, 1666. So we saw how with great skill and daring, Shivaji gave the slip to the emperor and returned to the safety of his kingdom. Okay children, so that is all in this lesson for today. What should you do? You should watch the entire video, and after you finish watching the video, you will see that I have set certain tasks for you. So please do complete those tasks also.
So children, now you have watched the video. So after you watch the video now, you will have to complete a few simple tasks. Now you might have watched the video on your computers or your laptops or your mobile phones. Now after you watch the video, what will you do? You will please go to the description box which is given below the video. So what is the description box? See, the description box looks like this. Alright, and after you go to the description box, you will see that there are a few questions there. Now what are these questions about? These questions are about the lesson that we just learned or the video that you just watched. So what will you do? You will think back properly about the lesson and you will try and answer these questions and note down the answers in your notebook if you want. Okay? After that, we have another task waiting. You will also click on the link which you will find in the description box to fill up the Google form. So now what is the Google form, children? It is nothing but a simple form. There are a few simple questions there about the video which you just saw and also about yourself. So these are the tasks now that you will have to complete after you watch each video. So children, wasn't that a very interesting lesson? I'm sure you learnt a lot of new things in this lesson. If you have liked this video, please hit the like button and also subscribe to my video so that you will get to see all the videos which I keep posting regularly.